Good afternoon. This is Michael Scott. It's been a while since I put up a video, but I thought I would kind of chime in on what's going on in the dating world. I mean, I haven't really dated in a while. I've kind of checked out myself years ago. I'm almost 50 years old here, but I do know a thing or two. I spent some time dating in Orange County, California, a little bit in Arizona, not too much, but I know what the situation is. And there's a war going on between men and women, boys and girls, males and females, whatever you want to call it. And the women are saying that there's a shortage of good men out there. There's not enough suitable men to date. And the same thing goes for the men. The men say that there's not enough good women out there to date. And to be honest, to be bluntly honest, both are true. Both are completely true. Both are right. That there aren't enough good men and women out there to date. It's, when you look at the general public, the general American public, I don't think people really take themselves serious. You just look at how people dress. Look, this little thing about not judging people, we do judge. We judge. That's why we're in the situation that we're in. Because we think, oh, nobody cares. Nobody should judge me. People do. And you can just tell by looking across the landscape, by looking at what's going on at church, in the airports, at the mall, in the stores. People, they just throw on some pajamas, a t-shirt, some flip-flops, and call it a day. There's absolutely no forethought of what people decide they're gonna wear. And I remember a time when I went on a date, and this girl, she said, I'm surprised you dressed up. I'm like, I didn't dress up. This is how I dress all the time. I'm on a date. I'm on a date. What am I supposed to do? Show up in a t-shirt and shorts? But that's common. That's how guys show up on a date, And it's not rocket science, for both men and women, But as far as the women are concerned, you ladies need to be realistic, okay? First of all, we're not going to take you out for dinner every time we go on a date, okay? We can meet up for some coffee. We can meet up and have a drink, okay? I don't even know you. Why would I take you out for a $200-300 date? $300 dinner? Because that's how much a dinner costs these days. It's $50-60 for a sandwich and a drink. Okay? So of course you want to go out, where they have a steak and lobster and all that. It's gonna cost a pretty penny. So most guys, they just say, forget it. I can stay home. Have it, order Uber Eats, call it a day, play some Call of Duty, that's what's going on. The women just say, forget it, I'll just stay single. I got my nice house, I have a nice salary, I'll pamper myself, bring the girlfriends over, maybe become a lesbian. I don't know, but that's what's going on. And this keeps going on. We're only going to have lesbians and gays. That's it. And that's a shame. It's a pathetic shame. Because, the birth rate is already dropping. Pretty soon, nobody's gonna have kids. You know, you don't see kids anywhere these days. You see a stroller, and it might be a lady pushing a dog. You know, people care about their dogs and cats more than people. That's what's going on. It's sickening. You know, it's absolutely sickening what's going on out there. And quite frankly, it's not going on all around the world. It's predominantly in the United States. It's not like this in Russia. It's not like this in Turkey. It's not like this in Mexico City, South Korea, Japan, not even China. You know, the United States of America, you know, the land of excess. But I don't know. We better get our act together. It's not looking good. It's not looking good out there.